Hello Daily Drafters and welcome back to the channel for today's Daily Draft. We are still in week 1 of Phyrexia, all will be one season here on the channel, and there are lots of, this format looks pretty sweet so far. I'm having a lot of fun. I hope you're having fun in your own drafts. Hope you're having fun watching my draft so far. This is only draft number 2, but it is what it is, and here we are. Before we hop into pack one, pick one, it won't be a very long one. I'll give you a hint. Forgot to mention in our previous the previous first draft. For those of you that are new here, I do post every single draft I record. I'm not one of those content creators that goes in here and drafts like 10 plus times and tries to find the best one to post for y'all. If I go 0-3 in this draft, you're still gonna see it, right? I'm not. I'll continue my thought after about 12 more seconds here. We're taking Ball of Spinoderm. It's a 4-mana 5/5 with trample and hexproof and lots of things that make it very, very good. But as I was saying, I really think it's important to get a quantity of drafts out that make a lot of sense, and you guys can all experience the quantity over a very curated amount of quality. Yeah, with that out of the way, lots of blue in this pack. And no green. But there's a Hex Gold Slash. Could go red-green like we did. There's also a Mesmerizing Dose, which has Proliferate on it. So it's 3-mana Claustrophobia effect with Proliferate. And there's a Hex Gold Slash, a card I really do like. I think Hex Gold Slash is better than Dose here, so maybe it's probably worth taking the Slash over the Dose. I mean, I want to do something different early in the format, kind of, and I don't really want to keep producing the same deck over and over for you all. So maybe that's a reason for going with Dose here. This does have Proliferate. It's good with this. You know what? I'm going to take the Dose. I think the correct pick for all you at home would have been Hex Gold Slash there, but I think changing it up has its merits here. So I think changing it up and going with a little bit of a maybe blue-green oil toxic proliferate kind of thing going on. So Glistener Seer, 1-mana 0/3, can tap it to remove an oil counter, and it comes with 3 of them to scry 1. Escaped Experiment is much more of a blue-white artifacts card. Acrespit Basilisk might be the pick here. It's kind of an underwhelming pack. There is a Flensing Raptor, which I like. Mycosynth Gardens I don't think is for limited. Churning Reservoir, I have not seen this do much, and I passed up on it last draft. I don't know how good it would have been had I taken it. And this is much more of an equipment card. I guess I'll stay green here. I'm very incentivized to be green with this Spinoderm. And I think an Oil Gorger Troll here. Let's see what else we have. Veil of Assimilation. No. Atmosphere Surgeon. Probably not. Kuldotha Cackler. Oil-based things. Another Escaped Experiment. Gitaxian Anatomist. Could be playable in a deck like this. I doubt this wheels, but maybe it does. Prophetic Prism. Gotta love it. But I'm going to just go ahead and take the Oil Gorger Troll here. That card name is very difficult to say. And maybe blue-green oil. I forget what blue-green's advertised archetype is here, but all right, another experiment. Don't think we need that. +1/+3 flying toxic 1 until end of turn. It's a combat trick. I don't like Maze's Mantle. Surgical Base seems fine, and then Bring the Ending, much more of a corrupted card, obviously. Well, it has corrupted on it, so it's going to be a corrupted card. And then Phyrexian Atlas here. I don't think any of these cards are worth looking outside of blue and green for, so I'm thinking my first copy of the land here. I still value these relatively highly until proven otherwise. I don't think much else of this is very great. Maybe Bring the Ending, but having a copy of the land is also very good. Hexgold Halberd, 2-mana 2/2 first strike trample that dies into an equipment that gives first strike and trample on your turn. Light Belly Rat is a good 2-drop in black. There's another Prophetic Prism. But there's an Oil Gorger Troll, and right now... we don't have the oil to go with this, but I don't think it's going to be hard to get it in blue and green. See? Cataxian Raptor's already won. Experimental Augury, I probably would play a copy of this. Looks like White Toxic could be open here. 4 mana 3/4 Toxic 1, you can bounce a thing to make a mirror. 1 mana 1/1 Toxic 1 that dies into it. Sorry, not a mirror, a might. Dies into a might. Yeah, both of these seem okay, but I'm going to go ahead and take the Gitaxian Raptor here and look to be some sort of like blue-green oil kind of thing going on. There's a lot of scuttle about this card out there right now. 3 mana ETBs, scry 2, and when an artifact ETBs in your control, it becomes a 4/4. That's pretty good. But I don't think for us here, so I'm going to take another Raptor. We are on the wheel. And Quicksilver Fisher, this just seems like a generically fine card, right? It's a 5 mana 4/3 flying. When it ETBs, it loots. Seems decent. I mean, there's a Draw Skull Bomb, a Molten Rebuke, I guess, but... Okay, things are wheeling a little bit. What does this one do? Oh, this is the mill oil counters thing. I don't think that's very good. I think I'll take a Glycerin Seer. This is pretty good against all those 2 mana toxic creatures. So I'll take this one here. First copy of Glistener Seer. And I don't think I'm playing any of these. Just go ahead and throw that in the sideboard. So green hasn't been like super open. Haven't seen any of the 3-drop green ones. Verox or whatever it's called. Again, so bad with names early on in the format. And even relatively late. Oh, look, this did wheel. Okay, I think this card is playable in decks that care about it. Care about the proliferate. We currently have 2 ways to proliferate. And then, like, we have 1 toxic thing. I think we're going to lean much more into the oil-based value and hope we pick up some bombs here in pack 2 and 3. We already got 1. 4 mana 5/5, which is already quite good. What can we find here? Venser Corpse Puppet. So it's a 2 mana 1/3 with a lifelink and toxic 1. Whenever you proliferate, you make a 3/3. Or you give that 3/3 flying and lifelink. It's also Voidwing Hybrid. I think we're still pretty incentivized to be green because of the Spinoderm here. So as opposed to like blue-black, this card is very good though. We can't really splash this either. So this is a tough pack here. I think Quicksilver Fisher. Now the problem is we have a lot of 5-drops. It's not very good. So we're going to watch out for that. Here, Contagious Vorak. That's the card I was looking for. Alright, got a Contagious Vorak. There's another Gitaxian Raptor that might wheel for us. Here's a Hex Gold Slash, but I think we are pretty locked into blue-green at this point, and we're just going to take that Vorak and be happy with it. Adaptive Spore Singer. 3 mana 2/2 Vigilance. ETBs, it proliferates or gets +2/+2 and vigilance to another creature. Ichor Synthesizer, non-creature spells can make it a 3/3 unblockable. Thirsting Roots fixes a little bit. I'm not huge on most of these cards, and I mean, there's a Slaughter Singer, which is quite good in green-white, and a Basilica Shepherd, which I do like in white. But I think I'm just going to take the Spore Singer here. I mean, we have a decent amount of proliferate, but like, not a lot of things I want to be proliferating necessarily. Here's some more oil counters we can use. Maybe one of these 2 wheels. And I don't even think we play an Insight right now with 4 5-drops already. So I'm going to take the Predation Steward. It's 2 mana, 2/2 with 3 oil counters. Drown in Ichor is the best card in this pack by a lot. And a pick 5 Drown in Ichor is pretty late. But I don't think it's worth splashing necessarily. We have a Maze Skull Bomb and a Bright Blanch Stalker here. What's our curve looking like? Horrible. Okay, well, I'm glad I turned to that view, because that is not a good curve. Need some 2-drops here, so no, I do not want to leave the draft table. So we'll take the Stalker potentially as just a 2-drop. Maybe this becomes playable in a deck with not very many 2-drops. Non-creature spells. Well, that's like none of our deck right now, so this isn't great. It's also just a Prophetic Prism, which could help splashing, but I think the splash has kind of left us. I'm going to take the 2-drop and hopefully not play it unless we really get there. We do have some Proliferate that could help this, though. The only non-creature spell we have is Mesmerizing Dose. That's the only one. Interesting. Okay. Okay, gonna need some 2-drops. For sure. Don't think this is the 2-drop, though. Lattice Blade Mantis, I mean, versus another Glistener. I'm going to take the second Glistener Seer here over the Lattice Blade Mantis. I think I just need to ensure that I have enough creatures on the lower part of the curve. Wow, that's a pretty late Ruthless Predation. Goes really well with the first Acrespit Basilisk that we have. Nice to have some removal there. Anatomist or Dune Mover. I don't think we're going to be toxic based. So I guess I'll take another Anatomist. Guess I'll just rare draft here. Well, the Whisper of the Dross, I think, is an underrated card. I think this card's actually pretty good. So yeah, how are we winning? I guess we're winning with some Flyers and Spinoderm. Not a bad plan, I don't think. Thirsting Roots, probably a card we could consider playing, depending on how much we care about proliferating. Yeah, the Insight came back, but again, I don't think I'm gonna play it. It's always so hard to build these decks early on in formats, because it's like, well, what do I cut? Everything seems relatively fine. Alright, give me a good bomb here. Thank you. We did it. Blue X, gain control of target creature with mana value X. And if that is 5 or more, you make a token copy of it, which is absolutely busted. So we're taking this, and thank goodness we are, because there's not much else for us in this pack. Maybe another Stalker. That's the only other card I would consider putting in my deck right now. But good thing we have Blue Sun's Twilight, because we're going to take that, because it's a great card. Ooh. Tainted Observer. 3 mana, 2/3, flying toxic 1. Whenever another creature ETBs under your control, pay 2 to proliferate. I wonder if that's better or worse than a Contagious Vorak. Now, Necrogen Rot Priest is the best card in this pack. By a lot. But I don't think it's for us. So I'm wondering how good Observer is compared to the Vorak. Honestly, I think the Vorak might be better. Maybe it's a hot take. Maybe flying is just better. But there's also a chance maybe this wheels. I'm going to take the Vorak here. I think it's better in our deck, specifically. This is a very good card here. 5 mana, 4/4 Vigilance. When he ETBs, if the opponent is corrupted, destroy target creature or planeswalker. It's a very good one. But I think I'm going to take the Oil Countery Lattice Blade Mantis here. Goes very well with both Oil Gorger Trolls. And I think we're okay. This is more like over here. Our 2s are getting better. And maybe this one even wheels for us. I'm going to take my first copy of Lattice Blade Mantis. That doesn't seem very good, does it? What is it good with for us? I guess just the trolls? We don't have any oil payoffs necessarily. I guess this is kind of... Ah, sir, why did I not even see this? Surgical Spell Bomb. That's what we need. I didn't even see this card. You're probably screaming at me. Surgical Spell Bomb, take it, take it. Good, I got there. We're good. We got this Skull Bomb. Alright, another troll, a basilisk, bring the ending. Evolving Adaptive enters the battlefield with an oil counter. 1/1 for each oil counter. Ooh, this has got to be it, right? Whenever another creature ETB is under your control, if it has greater power or toughness, put an oil counter on it. Yep, this is the card. I wouldn't mind playing another troll here, probably cutting the insight. Wouldn't even mind playing one of these two, but I'm definitely taking the Evolving Adaptive there. Copper Longlegs could be fine, but I think we're just going to take an Infectious Bite. 2-mana instant, deals damage equal to its power to target creature you don't control, and they get a poison. Decent little removal spell there. Predation Steward, I kind of like this card. I don't think it's like outstanding, but ooh, Tyrannak's Atrocity and Prologue to Phyrexia. God, we're a little crowded in the 5-drop slot, and I don't think we're winning with poison. Well, maybe we are. Maybe we're poisoning them and then proliferating that poison. In which case, this might be better. We have enough 5-drops. I love the Tyrannak's Atrocity. It's a great card. In my opinion. I don't think we're playing any of this. I don't think we're playing any of this either. Maybe Bring the Ending's fine is like another quote-unquote 2-drop. I'm not playing any of this. So we're going to have to make some cuts, but don't we always? Not playing any of this. So we have 7 cuts. So we're proliferating oil and then getting a little bit of value out of it, but not like a ton. So cards like this probably aren't worth it because we're not splashing either. I don't think Bring the Ending's good enough. We'll have to check our creature count, or our corruptedness that we're going to give to our opponents. I don't know if Prologue's going to make it, but I don't think Tyrannak's Atrocity was either, so. Let's see how we want to build the deck here. So here's our non-creatures. How are we getting card advantage right now? Double Troll, double Vorak, Skull Bomb, I don't think we need the Insight. This is kind of over here. I think 17 lands is good with this deck. Which I guess this card's not great. Bring the Ending is just going to be Quench in this deck. Everything else down here is good. So we're keeping everything. So Bring the Ending is a maybe. Synthesizer's a maybe. Stalker's a maybe. I think everything here is okay. These are maybes. And everything here seems okay. So I guess we'd have to cut 4 of these 5 cards, right? And if we cut the 4 creatures, we'd end up at 17, which is still fine. We're not loaded on 2-drops, so I think playing that seems okay. The Anatomist is not looking great here, and I don't feel great about cutting both of the 2-drops. Probably the Synthesizer. And maybe a Glistener Seer, or maybe one of these. How's the Spore Singer? Is this card good in our deck? Or do we cut Bring the End? I think we need Bring the Ending as an early... Like, if we're on the draw, they play a 3-drop. We could just counter it. Which makes me think the Spore Singer might not be good enough. Because what are we proliferating? Oil counters on this. Oil counter here. Oil counter here. Oil counters here. Here. I mean, all of that is fine, but like... not outstanding. So maybe something like this? 9-8 looks... correct. Yeah, hopefully we can ride the back of these 2 rares here. Kind of what we're going to have to do, I think. The deck doesn't look particularly outstanding, but just got to hope we don't get run over by quick, aggressive, toxic decks. We do still have 6 1 and 2 drops, though, so that's decent. And then a very, very good blocker here. Very good cards in Vorak, and then some decent top end. So I think it's got the tools to win, and let's hop into game 1 and see if it does. All right, we made it into round 1 with a keepable hand here. Got the Stalker on 2. Could remove something on 3, but I doubt it. Okay, well. See how good the injector is. I don't think we're not using them. We're going to do this and then hit them for 2. Ha! Got you a 5th of the way to toxic. Okay. I could steal the Scourge here. No, I can't. So I'm just going to trade. Which is fine. And then play my Lattice Blade Mantis. Untap it and gets +1/+1. I don't think I need to do that right now. Right? I mean, they're just gonna kill it. I'm pretty sure. Somehow. Well, I mean, it pushes an extra damage. I still think it's gonna die. Oh, well, apparently not. Okay. Well, let's do Quicksilver Fisher then. Yeah, I think I'll get rid of you. Ah, they found their second color. For Mirrodin. 2 mana, 2/3. Sure. I could steal it for 2 mana. Or I could just draw my card here. Okay. It's difficult to decide when to do this. And I guess I'll do it to push the damage. They're basically just gonna chump. Oh, okay. Well, didn't matter what I did. It was dying anyway. Okay. Well, we still have a 4/3 flyer, so... Boo. Okay. Okay, and they have a 2/5. Well, we're only 1 mana away from being able to make a copy of something, so I feel like I don't want to do that, so... I'd like to be able to push damage here, which means I'd have to Mesmerizing Dose. So I'm actually going to play the Flyer. So I can proliferate the oil counter on it. Be able to push 3 damage here. Oh, I guess I can do you too. Okay, so it defaults to giving me 2. Alright. And then we can steal their next turn and then get in for lethal if that's all they have. Okay. Well, it doesn't have haste, so that's fine. Is it legendary? Of course it is. This combat. Okay, so it doesn't affect next turn. Alright, well, let's just... X equals 5... Because why not? I'll keep this one. Yeah. Didn't really matter there. Sweet. All right. Oil counter mid-range. Working out. All right, we're playing against the Secret Muggle here. And we have Evolving Adaptive on 1, which... pretty much good enough. Ah, darn. No 2-drop. We'll survive. Oh, drew it out of turn. If its power or toughness is greater, put an oil counter on it. Okay, let's do this one then. Yeah, I'll take a land. Trying to think about what they could have. I don't know the format well enough to not attack here, so I mean if they have a combat trick or something like that, then they would get us, but it is what it is. Cleansing Raptor. Okay. I'll go here so they don't see that I have an extra land in hand, and play Lattice Blade Mantis, setting up Oiled Warrior Troll next turn. And good attacks here. And I think this is going to be difficult for them to come back from. Crew 3, yeah, that's not going to work out for you. I'm trying to think, can we like kill them this turn? What if I Surgical Skull Bomb and crack it? I get in for 6, 10, 11. Is that right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then untap this and give it +1/+1. Alright, well I guess that's easy enough then, right? Cool. Alright, well that was easy. Didn't really require much thinking there. I must admit I have enjoyed going first with 2-drop, 3-drop, 5-drop, so I'm keeping this one. Okay, got all the lands we need. Don't need any more for the rest of the game. I guess Blue Sun's Twilight would mean we would. Alright, well, I mean, we're gonna trade, because 2-drop for 2-drop. We're not, they don't know that we're not on the toxic plan here, so we'll just trade off 2 drops and then play our Gitaxian Raptor here. Okay. said I don't need any more of those. Don't think I need to remove the oil until it gets closer to the end, when we could push lethal. Remove an oil, target creature gains flying, vigilance, death touch, or lifelink. Okay, that's interesting. Guess they're gonna give this vigilance? Oh, you may. Okay, okay. Oh, hello there. It's not very good against the Death Toucher. Yeah, guess I'll get rid of the forest here. Okay. Can I give haste? No. Chose not to do it again. Start beating down with some flyers. I can't activate this and cast the Vorak, so I guess I'm just casting this. And this seems like a time that I can get in with all my oil counters here and just smack them in the face. Try to race them in the air. Can activate that next turn and play the Vorak. Maybe I can use 2 of these. Well, I'll only use 2, or otherwise it kills itself, so. Let's do this. Get in here. No, I could use 1 more, but the Vorak can proliferate that last one. So let's do this. And then play this here. Then end the turn. So it has trample. No, it has hexproof. Okay, so when it gets 2 or fewer, it has trample. And right now, against this Death Toucher, this needs trample. Well, they can pick off our Predation Steward, I guess. That sucks. Makes it harder to race now. They're going to give the Lattice Blade Mantis lifelink. That's pretty good. Do I just have to trade with the Spinoderm now? That feels so bad. Because they're going to do it again next turn. And then the following turn. And then just gain 15 life on me. So as bad as that feels, I think I have to do that. And now the race is not great. I think I would rather proliferate than have another land in hand. I'll go ahead and keep 1 on there in case we can proliferate in other ways. And now they're on a 2-turn clock, but again, this thing can just keep giving lifelink, which is pretty good. Yeah, I think I'm trading. That's weird. Obviously combat trick, if they attack with that. And likely still a combat trick, but I'll let them use it. So here it comes. Let's see which one it is. Yeah, I can't do anything about that. They're gaining... I mean, they've gained 11 life off of the Skitterfang here. So, yeah, it's gone well. They would be at 5. They would be dead next turn. Okay. Give it lifelink again. Getting 15 life off of the Skitterfang. Yeah, you did it. I guess at this point I can hold back the Raptor as a blocker. Although that changes the clock, but I mean there's a lot of things that are going to change clocks at this point. Because if they remove this, if I attack with this, they remove that, they can hit us for 5, 6, 7, 8. And then we're down to 5, which is like pretty bad for us. Yeah, they removed it. Okay, so the Raptor is holding back the rest of their team as it looks. Okay, I mean... to trade this for a combat trick now? If it's this, then that's... if it's another one of these, that's bad for us, because that gets this more oil counters. So I could have used the oil counter to kill it there, but I think they're going to Hex Gold Slash. So I can't bring the ending on that. As much as I would want to. This is not a race we're winning. Need to draw something here. Maybe that helps. We're at 8 because of the scamp right now. Alright, so we have lethal next turn, but things can change here. I don't even know what you do, but I don't think I want you to resolve. Double the power and toughness of each creature you control. Thank God we had a counterspell, right? Alright, thank the Lord for bringing the ending. Man. Alright, well we got there with the Flyers. What a game. Okay, so this hand is not great, but we do have a 2-drop and a removal spell for one of their 2-drops, and we're on the draw, we get an extra card. So I'm gonna keep. But it's one of those suspect hands that could go wrong. Planes from Midnight Hunt? Crimson Dawn, maybe? Oh, jeez, that card is so good. 2 mana Toxic 1. As long as it's your turn, it has first strike. So we cannot block it. But we can kill it with Infectious Bite. Probably gonna have to. What on earth? Interesting. Okay. Alright, well that changes things a little bit. I think now I'm just going to play the Vorak. And it helps us hit our 5th land drop too, ideally. Just let my Vorak resolve. Ah, they found a forest. Nice. Ah, we had Oil Gorger Troll and the 4 mana card on the bottom there, but okay, well clearly can't block here. Obviously they had a combat trick. Next turn we can hold one of these back, block it, they go for a combat trick, we then Infectious Bite it, and then we 2-for-1 them, which is probably what I'm going to do. Depends on what their follow-up here is, though. Okay. Guess I can do that right now. Awesome, it did work. Now we can hold this up on their turn. And then next turn we have probably Quicksilver Fishers coming down. So if they play an X3, we can just kill it. Okay, that's fine, I guess. Yeah, I mean, I think I'll just get rid of the land here. We might draw more. These are all nice threats. This theme's too slow. Unless you're able to proliferate this effectively, I think it's a little slow. Oh my god. Well, what do we do about that? We play an Oil Gorger Troll and double block? And hope they don't blow us out? I mean, we can take it for a turn, but I don't know how good of a plan that is. Ooh, man. Because all they have to do is proliferate once, and then we die. So, I guess I just do this. And then I think I will play the land, because if we draw one next turn, we can... next turn we could still just do this, even if we don't draw a land. I think I have to double block here, and if they blow us out, then... they blow us out, but I mean... I have no real way to remove that. I guess Mesmerizing Dose would do it, right? feel like if they had removal, they would have just slammed in already. Or they're just waiting. And they proliferate, so now we have to chump. So they kind of did blow us out, but in a way that I couldn't have prevented. Yeah, I mean, this card is a beating. If we're able to drop it. I don't see a way out here. We're just gonna have to play our creatures and chump with them. And now this thing is online. Darn, looks like they got us with the Paladin of Predation. That certainly won't do it. And then they'll remove that as well. So, yeah. Alright, well. Got poisoned out there, I guess. It's gonna happen in this format. I feel like we had it, and then they dropped a Toxic 6 creature on us. Of course I didn't have fun in this match. Go away, Arena. Alright, we go first. No 2-drops, but we do have 3, 4, 5, and a very good 3, 4, 5. This helps us find our fourth land to play the Spinoderm on curve, so it's going to be pretty good. Now it helps us find our 5th land. Double red and Axiom Engraver. Don't care about that one. Blue Sun's Twilight and Vorak on the bottom. Ooh, man, we would have easily won if we had just drawn our cards in that order. Yeah, I'll take the land. Not going to proliferate anything. Getting rid of a 2-drop that they can cast in the hope of finding something else. Okay, well, let me get in there. And eat my 4-mana 5/5. I guess right now they have decent blocks on it if they just play like any other 1/3. I guess they would need a 2/3. If they play another 2/3, then I can only kill one of their creatures, which is not great for me. Interesting. Yeah, get an aggro, I guess, right? Oh, they're gonna sacrifice it with the Nahiri's. No, okay, okay. For Mirrodin, they can't kill this. They can trade with the Vorak. I'll start here, gaining some life and drawing a card. I wonder if I want to just trade this off here, being aggressive, or leave it on defense to trade. This has... I think trading with this seems fine, but I could also just block here, so I'll let... Yeah, I'll let them trade it off here. I figured that's what I'd be doing on defense anyway. Chumping with Engraver, and then rummaging. Okay. Makes their Cackler worse. This is now just attacks as a 3/3 trample. This will also have trample next turn. Getting rid of another Mirrodin equipment. They must just be missing their second color here. Or they're mono red. I mean, they could be mono red. I think since I'm so far ahead, my plan next turn is to just play a Lattice Blade Mantis and hold up Bring the Ending. So they don't resolve some, you know, like a Furnace Strider or something. Okay. You can attack, and then I can just trade, and then you've got nothing. Yeah, or you can just leave it back. Still getting priority, which tells me you've got something in hand. Which means I could use Bring the Ending on it. They try to trade with one of these. Yeah, I think they've got the deal 2. So let's see if they go to block the Spinoderm here. Yeah, so they're going to try to deal 2. I wonder if it's worth bringing the ending to save it. I think it is. Because then we can still just play a Lattice Blade Mantis, and then next turn we're threatening 13 damage. So, well, that works as well. So, I mean, yeah, and it has Trample, so they're just going to, like, take so much damage here. And then we follow it up with this, too, and yeah, they're just taking a ton. These green mid-range creatures just get the job done in this format. I mean, I've heard a lot of scuttle that green is like the worst color here, but like... Now, Spinoderm is going a long way, but well, that's good for them. But I mean, these creatures are they're just beefy doing some work here. So we only get one more turn to attack with this unless we can proliferate. Which we cannot right now. So let's attack, and then I think I'm going to play Fisher into Steward. And then we have plenty of threats. Is it worth... I mean... I'm gonna do that just so I can play this as well this turn. Have another threat down there at 3. The more threats we put down, the less chance they have. Because if I do a removal spell as well, keep the removal spell in hand. Now we have 2 lethal threats. And a potential 3rd over the course of 2 turns if we remove their only creature here. Turns out, doesn't matter if we have to sacrifice it, because they're basically still just going to be dead. That one's very good. I will give you that. That is a reason to be in that deck. However, it's not going to save you here. All right. Thank you, Spinoderm. Alright, opponent goes first, and we have Glistener Seer on 1. No play on 2, so I'll probably just play the Bay. Hey, that's a really good turn 1 play. Alright, I guess I'll trade the Seer for a combat trick. No? Okay. Guess I'll play the Bay into another Seer here. And pass. Interestingly, I can steal that for just 3 mana. If it gets, like, out of range, it gets to be like a 5/5 or something. So this is going to be a 3-3 now if they want to proliferate with this. Let's see if they choose to proliferate or not. No, they chose the land. Yeah, I will need another green. So now the question becomes, do I steal their Evolving Adaptive or do I Mesmerizing Dose something? Because as soon as they play another creature here, I won't be able to block. This turn I'm likely going to be taking 6. The Mesmerizing Dose is going to be good to play after we've already played this. Gives us another turn with the Proliferate here. This could be wrong, but I think I'm going to take that here. So I don't just die to beatdown too quickly. I don't have another play. I could have dosed something. God. Yeah, they're playing some good cards here. So we're going to need a 5th land, but I wonder if I bottom this one if we're going to find one anyway. No, I like to have my hand set up as I want it to be. So, going to do this, going to play the Spinoderm. It has hexproof. This is going to get a counter. Can't attack with it, but... Now if they attack with both, then that's not great news for us. Okay, interesting to see how this is going to work for them. I think I will Mesmerizing Dose the Brutalizer. No attacks, okay. These cards are good. I think I'm gonna Oil Gorger Troll before I Quicksilver Fisher, so I can make sure I draw that card. Problem is, this is no longer gonna have hexproof next turn, which could be a problem. Don't want to attack with this because it would just trade for the Brutalizer right now. What do you got in hand, huh? Combat trick to save it? Nope, they'll just trade. Okay. So our Blue Sun's Twilight did end up getting 3 mana, 2 for 1. So that's nice. Got double removal spell here. Okay. It's probably fine. So... Single green mana, I don't... they could give something hexproof here. So here's what I'm going to try to do. I try this and see if they have the hexproof. And then I can kill it still if they do have the hexproof. That's exactly what I thought they had. The only problem is we don't get that proliferate anymore. So maybe I should have put it on the Vorak And then I could have bit this, but then I had to make sure I got rid of this. So, still a 2 for 2. Okay. Pass it over. Three-mana, 3/3 menace. Yep. How much do I care about these oil counters anymore? Probably not too much. We have another troll. I'm just gonna get rid of them. We have more things over here. Yeah, I think that's okay. Alright, so we're losing the Spinoderm next turn anyway, so we may as well attack with it. Figured they would do that. I'll get rid of this one. Okay, they go to 7. We'll play our flyer. Probably get rid of that here. And then they'll kill our flyer. Double Volt Charge. No, is that the other deck that had Volt Charge? Yeah, I guess so. Okay. Well, now we have nothing but O3s, so that is not the greatest of news for us. I'm gonna play Raptor first so I can sacrifice the Bay here. This has turned out to be not very good so far. Okay. Alright, you're not doing much anymore. Let's prevent some damage here. Okay. Oh, if an Orcon was removed from a permanent. I see, I see. Okay. I'll go here. I'll get in. I won't remove all 3 again, so the Vorak could proliferate it next turn. This requires you to remove 2, I guess, right? Okay. Oh, it's the Oil Lord. Sure. Alright, I mean, again, these aren't doing anything, so I may as well just prevent some damage here. Okay. Don't need another land. I'll go ahead and proliferate. Go to combat. This is just going to trade with their Vorak, but I mean, and then they're going to get an extra 1/1. I mean, this thing is the thing that's going to kill them if they don't have an answer for it. They're at 1 effectively right now. Yeah, this is just going to trade, and they're just going to be able to make another 1/1. I don't... So do I put them to 1, or do I keep another oil counter? I think, again, it doesn't matter, because either they kill it or they don't. So I'm removing the oil counter, and if they don't kill it, they lose. And if they kill it, they survive. So that's their only choice. And they can't kill it. Okay. Flyers for the win. Good little matchup there. Red-green oil seems like a good deck. This card underwhelmed for me. I don't think I particularly liked it as much. Okay, we go first with the turn 1 adaptive, and I'm gonna keep that hand. Surgical Bay is a little awkward here because, well, because curve. But so do I play a Glistener Seer and effectively tap out, or do I bring the ending their potential 2-drop? Because we have a 3-drop next turn. I'm just going to hold up, bring the ending, and just counter this play here. Whatever it is. They are potentially mana screwed. That can't matter, can it? I don't think it can matter. I wanted to so bad. Oh, they're just mono green. Okay. Let's do this and hold up, bring the ending still. Get a counter on it. That could have been wrong as far as pushing damage here, but there's a chance this gets outclassed by whatever they play here. Like if they play their own Contagious Vorak. I'm surprised they got a forest. They just must be mono green, I guess. Okay, no play. I just have to make sure I get value out of this card before I lose its value by them having too much mana. I think I just proliferate? Well, yeah, I think the answer is I just proliferate. When you swing and a miss, you proliferate. 5 mana, Tyrannax Atrocity. Yeah, can't really attack though. Sure. Alright, well, I guess I'll trade Adaptive for Atrocity here, although I could steal it next turn. Yeah, I can't steal it right now. Boy, would that be amazing if I stole the Atrocity. It would require a land, and maybe that's worth not trading the Adaptive so I can steal it. I would effectively just win the game. If I didn't trade there. Because I would get 2. Gotta go for the high upside plays, right? Gotta go for the fun stuff. That's what we're here to do. we're here to do the fun stuff, which means not trading here. Scrying into another land and then stealing their atrocity. Yeah, I don't care about that. No. Okay. Sure. Perfect. Alright, go to main, do this for x equals 5, take their Tyrannax atrocity, auto pay, and basically say GG. Seven, yeah, I think we just win. Right, they block here, they take 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. That's lethal. Woof! Blue Sun's Twilight. Going for the high upside plays and getting rewarded. Let's go. That's what you love to see early in this format. Alright, we go first with a fine enough hand here, if not a little bit slow because of the tap land, but I mean, we have a couple 2-drops and a removal spell, so... Well, that makes it pretty good. Guess we do this plus Glisteners here then, right? Oh, no, they have the Whisper of the Drums. No. Oh, that's so bad for us. It's so bad. All right, well. Whisper of the Dross, yeah. Okay. Well, they got us. Here comes the attack. No attack. Alright, cool. We held it back with Glistener Seer. I don't think that's good enough right now. We need both that and a... Well, there you go. There's the other blue, I guess, right? I don't think I want to trade this because our Infectious Bite is better as long as we have a 3-powered creature. So I'm just not going to trade. Now I wish I would have had the other Quicksilver Fisher in hand, obviously, for next turn. But it wouldn't have worked out because we would have drawn the land after the Fisher anyway. So it's fine. See if they have the 2-mana removal spell here. Anoint with Affliction, that's what I thought it was. Yeah, I mean, sure. That's what you're going to use it on. That's tough. That doesn't really save us right now. That does decent work. Man, listeners here just holding this thing back for 3 straight turns is like pretty darn good. Another Shieldred's Head Cleaver. Yeah. If we attack, do they even block? Yeah, I didn't think they did. But now we still have good blocks on it because we have a 4-3. So we can double block 4-3 and 0-3 on a 2-4. We are going to have to watch out, I mean, as far as Toxic goes, because they can kind of push through some extra Toxic damage here with the Menace and things. So we'll have to watch out a little bit. Down goes Lattice Blade Mantis. Boy, yeah, they got the removal, don't they? Now we have to take 4 Toxic, so... Yeah. Can't do anything about that. Can we race this is the question. Yuck. Also yuck. This is a good card. This is very good. Especially in corrupted decks. Well, obviously in corrupted decks. Alright, we are not winning this race right now, so we're probably gonna have to kill one of these head cleavers. What a name for a Magic card. And is it worth doing it now in case they have some sort of protection or indestructible trick? Probably so. It's pretty good next turn, kind of. Goodness gracious. Toxic Tribal. Well, we kind of have to do this. This lets us survive one more turn with the Spinoderm here. If we Mesmerizing Dose that, they can give us 2 poison counters, but they have no way to kill this, and it proliferates that one more turn. I think that's better than just playing the Fisher. Because they can't really attack unless they play a very good blocker right now. Well, maybe they did get us. Yeah, they got us. Because of this thing. Wow. Play the Fisher, they tap it down. We play this, we gain life, but it doesn't matter. Wow. I guess that's the one card they could have played to get him out of that there, right? Because they're just going to tap down our Fisher, get him with 2 poison, and kill us. So what if we had played the Fisher last turn? We'd double block here. We'd lose the Spinoderm. Well, we couldn't have double locked there because that would have attacked too, so I'm not sure it mattered. Huh. Yeah, and then they just tap it down and we die, so... GG's, I suppose. Alright, well this is a good hand to start with. We'll keep it. We've had very, very good and consistent starting hands in this draft, so... We are at 6-2, so we just need one more game to get to that trophy. Cross fingers, see if we can find our first trophy of the format in our second draft. Would be very nice if we are able to, and this is the kind of start you want to be able to get there, so... Oh, okay. Okay. Thought they had the 1 mana removal spell, which they might still have. Notably. See if they kill it now. Down it goes. Okay. That's also a very good draw for us. In the turn, don't think I'm cracking this at all, because we're going to go 4-5. And then we can bounce something to push some more damage through there at some point. No instance from them, so that's good. Still no plays, interesting. There's like another 4 or 5 mana green creature in this set that's just like stupid. It's like you cannot enter. It's like hexproof, can't be on my turn, and has protection from all non-green spells and indestructible on your turn. It's just like so dumb. Some of these green creatures that they're printing nowadays are like, why is this a thing? Okay, land, still no instance that we know of, but we'll see what they got here. Okay. Guess they can return the ossification, yeah, and then next turn they'll get rid of Spinoderm. Ooh, I could counter it too. So they can't kill this, so they're not going to block it. It goes to their turn. They still can't cast this on that. They could cast it on this, but then we still have the Spinoderm. Or what I could do is I could bounce something, get in with basically the whole team, and hold up, bring the ending when this comes back down. But that... I think they did this so they could try to get rid of that. But the thing is, right now, this is kind of on a ticking time bomb for us as far as surviving. But I think I'm just going to play the Quicksilver Fisher. And if they use the ossification on the Fisher, then that's probably okay, considering we have Surgical Skull Bomb waiting and a Steward to give this more power. I don't think bringing the ending is going to be very good here. So I'm just going to get rid of it. Next turn, Spinoderm will have Trample. See if they use the ossification on the Fisher here. If we draw a land, they might just be dead. Because we could bounce their biggest blocker, give this +2/+2, and it has trample in addition to a... And they have ossification to get rid of one of these two as well. Okay, okay, they're doing something, but... See what they got rid of the steward. Probably got to get rid of the steward. Because if you don't, I think you're effectively dead. Not officially, but close. Don't think you want to be attacking with that. Do we have lethal now? +1/+2, that makes this 6 power. This makes that 8 power. So no. Currently 7 power, again 8 power if I fought this one and got in. So I can do this. I can just play the Basilisk. Oh, that was dumb. I forgot that did that. Oh. Now I can't attack with the steward. Oh, that was so bad. We're probably still okay. But that was definitely a mistake. I forgot that this gets oil counters when things die. Now we have an extra removal spell next turn with one more turn with the Spinoderm here. Are we going to be able to push through enough? Okay, 2 cards left. Only access to 1 mountain. I love how the Spinoderm has showed up in most of our games today. This has been, for those of you that are new here, first of all, welcome. Go ahead and subscribe. But for those of you that are new here, interesting. This is not normal. We don't usually end up with... Okay. Don't usually end up with decks that do this very often and cooperate for us. Alright, well we can force a chump here, which I think is gonna be what we're gonna have to do. Double planar disruption in hand. Yeah, I mean, good for you. Draw a land, we win. Nope. Oh! Oh my gosh, come on. Quit it! Really? That's how this is gonna go then, huh? Okay. Okay. Please top deck nothing? Top deck a land? I mean, I'm gonna give the other steward +2/+2 an attack with it, make them block with the attendant. they're drawing gas here. Guess we trade with the attendant. We have a lot of outs in this deck. Blue Sun's Zenith, or Blue Sun's Twilight. Why don't you draw another mountain? Don't you need another one of those? Quit with these insane top decks that are just destroying us. I think I might have blown this game when I wasn't able to attack with that. Yeah, I don't know whether or not I haven't been attacking with that. Have I ever had an untapped creature? Please don't have anything. Stop it. That has lifelink. Well, I can't attack, so go ahead. Don't you do it. Don't get rid of that too. I swear, you need to blank a draw step here once. Just once. We've done it minimum once, maybe twice. I'm not sure that, since they've been on the ropes here, they've just drawn nothing but gas to get them out of it, so. Very interesting game, though, at the very least, I guess. They're playing it well. Got to give them credit for that, so. If you're watching Sarah Lavellas, then credit to you. Good job. This, they do have Corrupted, so yeah, that makes sense. Okay, they finally drew a land. I guess I get in here. If they remove this and attack with everything, we're not dead at all, so. Yeah, I think not attacking, or making that play earlier where I removed this before attacking, it's going to cost me the game there, for sure. So, definitely a big punt earlier. But it's early in the format, reading cards like this, I mean, there's so much text on these things, you forget what they do. So, just RTFC, everybody. Another lifelinker. Okay. What am I proliferating? An oil counter here? And that's it? Or do I take another land? I don't need another land. So I guess I get in with everything. They trade, they chump, and they die. So then they chump, and then they survive. That's their only way. Okay. So they go to 1 again. I swear, if they top deck that card, that White Sun's Twilight, I'm gonna throw something across the room here. They have to double chump. I already lost once to White Sun's Twilight. I'm not gonna lose again. I swear to God. Okay, good. Alright, we actually got there. Alright, 7-2, got that trophy. I think I played relatively well, even though I punted in the last game. But I think I played relatively well throughout the course of that draft. I mean, just, you know, these green creatures just do work in this format. Like, now the Spinoderm helped us a lot there, but I don't think the Spinoderm is like an A. I think the Spinoderm's like a B+, because eventually it does go away if you don't proliferate it. But look, Double Vorak did work, Adaptive did work, Double Troll, Double Fisher. I mean, all these cards just... they just did what they're supposed to do, and it ended up being pretty good. 7-2, first trophy of the format. Love to see it. Thanks so much for sticking around to the end of this video, and I will see you next time for your daily draft.